Hi everyone, this is Jack, here room 114 I believe. Currently with Matt and Tyler doing their shenanigans, but yo yo, shout out to P5 Clan, Matt Dressen's next communist leader, and all other sorts of things. So we'll get started here, so we're gonna be talking about Argo here. Don't know if any of you guys have learned about it, but thank you Matt. Um, So, Argo, the real story. Alright, let's begin with the background information. To start, right, number one, the United States helped the King of Iran, or better known as the Shah, Shah, by taking him in and helping him treat his cancer. Uh, the Iranian people were not very big supporters of the Shah, as he was pro-Western, which angered most of the people there. And after learning that the U.S. had taken in the Shah, they revolted. And you can write here that the leader of the Iranian Revolution was named Ayatollah Ruhollah Khomeini. It's very Middle Eastern for you, but we'll get moving on a little bit here. And so after that, the revolutions were not happy, so they decided to take over the U.S. Embassy. So the actual day begins November 4th, 1979. It's a big day in history. So you can write that down for the first bullet. It was a group of young revolutionists who took over the U.S. Embassy, taking more than 60 people hostage. Um, Upon the intrusions, 6 Americans were able to escape out the back door and flee to Ken Taylor's house. So you can write that down right in there. Who Ken Taylor was the Canadian ambassador, and this hostage scenario lasted 444 days. So you can write that this sparked a 444-day long hostage. So during the 444-day long hostage situation, the Americans were tortured and put through mock executions, which really frightened them. Um, so if you want to move ahead to number 3 here, gone to a little rescue attempts. So on April 24th, 1980, the U.S. military planned an invasion that would potentially bring the hostage situation to an end. The invasion was called Operation Eagle Claw, so if you guys want to write that down. And it consisted of a group of Delta Force helicopters which landed in the Iranian desert, realizing, however, once they got there, that 2 of the helicopters were not in very good condition, flying through the rough terrain, and that they would have to cancel the mission. So as they were going to fly back to the aircraft carrier, one of the helicopters crashed, resulting in a fire and killing 8 service members. And this was quite embarrassing for the whole Delta Force squad, as it was one of their first missions, which ended pretty badly, as you can obviously tell. We'll move on here to the exfiltration. So they were going, the members of the revolution going door to door looking for the escaped Americans. They were not very happy. They were gonna do anything they could to find them. So the CIA knew they must intervene and rescue the hostages right away. So you can write that. CIA knew. And then Tony Mendez, who is shown right here. This is the real life Tony Mendez. He was the one who came up with the brilliant idea of creating a fake sci-fi movie in order to rescue the escaped Americans. Uh, this is where the actual movie Argo, which has been out, it's a great movie. This is where Argo comes into place, and the idea was Mendez was gonna sneak into Iran and then meet up with the 6 Americans, and the 7 of them were going to act as a fake film crew that was scouting locations, and then simply leave the country. You know, sounds easy, am I right? But that's where you're all wrong. The escaped Americans had zero field work and were afraid that they would get caught and be tortured. However, at the end of the day, the Americans were able to sneak out of the country posing as a Canadian film crew, which is why we today thank the Canadians so much for helping us get passports and such. Um, here's the whole Argo situation. It's pretty interesting. Um, they even had their own director and fake company named Studio Six Productions. Matt Tyler's still in the room, doing God knows what. Yep. And then so this is the Canadian involvement here. They just they gave us fake passports and identities. Why are you laughing, dude? Pause. Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, so we had to pause there. Sorry about that. But yeah, so the Canadians helped us a lot, and without our friends up north, the CIA would not have been able to go through with this mission, and the 6 hostages would likely have been killed. Um, and here are just the covers of the book to the right, Argo, written by Tony Mendez himself, and then the movie, which was directed by Ben Affleck, who also starred in the movie as Tony Mendez, which is pretty interesting. So that is all. I think it's good to know that after the 444 days, the U.S. hostages did, in fact, get freed and came home to America. So, woo! That is all. Thanks for listening. P5 Clan signing out.